2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And it's our favorite day of the year at 2K Sports. At long last, it's time to roll the ball out there and get the new season of NBA basketball underway. Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. We've got the visitors facing the New Orleans Pelicans. Tip-off goes to New Orleans. Now the starting group for the visitors. Johnson is out there with Barnes. And it's Dimes in at the 2 spot. Pass to Harris. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Devontae Graham.
First team foul.
And with opening night, Brent, we'll get to see these players going full force.
This is huge. The difference between the preseason and then ratcheting things up for an opening night. The butterflies are there. The excitement is there. The uniform smells better. The lights are a little bit brighter. So let's get it going.
And he makes the first. And Harris drops them both. Now Ingram. Williamson finds Ingram. Driving inside. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
And Ingram gets so much better when he gets that aggressive.
It's been fun watching Brandon Ingram's scoring stats climb. He's a guy who can really fill it up, whether he's inside or outside of the arc.
Now here's Barnes. Pass to Dawkins. It's tipped. Now here's Hart. And here's Ingram from the arc. Good. And Graham with the setup. Ingram's got 5 points. You know, Grant, what's really impressive about Ingram's scoring is what he can do on those nights when he just goes off.
Yeah, we've seen some explosive stuff from him on the offensive end from time to time. Now, when he's dialed in, he can absolutely torch you. You just wish he could perform at that level every night. Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense. Unlike a lot of NBA players, Josh Hart spending 4 years in college and eventually winning a national championship in 2016 at Villanova.
Harris outside. The three from Barnes. Connects from downtown.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Barnes against Ingram. It's stolen by Barnes for the finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Now here's Ingram. He's got 5. Valanciunas passes to Ingram. Oh, they get a hand on it. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Dawkins. Great D that time from Williamson. It's stolen by Johnson. It's a tie game in New Orleans. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Pelicans so far?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Zion and Hayes together down low. Then there's Devontae Graham, and it's Marshall in at the small forward position. That's the Pelicans 5. Oh, stolen by Harris. And he lobs it up to the rim. Throw it down on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Now here's Graham. Here's Williamson. And the jumper is on the mark.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Well, after going first to nobody's surprise in June 2019, Zion Williamson had to wait a little bit before he got his first NBA game, suffering that knee injury in the preseason. And that debut came in January the 22nd of 2020.
Here's Harris. It's stolen. Tipped away. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. Here's a look at what's coming up for the New Orleans Pelicans. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Wednesday, they go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Now here's Graham. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Poke loose. Here we go, one-on-one. Harris with it, and it's Graham picking him up. Hammers the lob through.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. The Pelicans trail. For three. And again, no good by New Orleans. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Harris passes to Johnson. Here's Dawkins. Outside Barnes. Pass to Willis. Harris outside. Clock at 6. Over Graham. Here's Wilson. Oh,
over the top.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
Amazing.
Man.
Wow. That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And we've reached halftime in this one. Up 9. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Checking out the visiting team. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Their efforts in the paint have really paid dividends. Not so much.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Well, you were Rookie of the Year back in 1995, Grant. For young guys coming into the league, how difficult are expectations right out of the gate?
Well, rookies these days are way younger than when I played. I mean, I was 22 my first year in the league after 4 years in college. So, you know, I think we have to give these young players time to develop and learn how to become great in the NBA.
We've got Barnes. He's out there with Alize Johnson. And it's Harris in at point guard. Harris outside. Outside Barnes. And he lobs it up. And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A. Playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
From the high post, and it's Ingram with the basket on the assist from Williamson. Ingram's got 9.
The awareness and the natural playmaking ability starting to show up in Zion's play.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Ball's going up the court. Oh, Williamson throws it down.
Looks like Zion's got the stage all to himself there, just tearing down the rim.
And how about the mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Oh, terrific defensive intensity right there. Getting stops like that is crucial for them right now.
Willis. It's not going to go for him. Now New Orleans takes it the other way. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Fast break. Here we go. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Ingram outside. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, Zion bringing it right there, crashing the glass, and relentless energy to get the ball.
Harris passes to Johnson. Here's Dawkins. Right side Barnes. Pass to Willis. Just 3 on the clock. He can't hit that time. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. They're up by 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Ingram at the 3, Zion at the 4. Devontae Graham out there with Josh Hart. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. That's the Pelicans 5. The 3 from Barnes, counted from distance.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
But both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Pass to Valanciunas. Down low. Here's Williamson, and Williamson throws it down.
Yeah, he's too good athletically. If Zion gets that close, it is big trouble.
Here's Willis, and he banks in the layup.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
The ball's knocked loose. In transition. And he's going for the lob.
That right there might put the finishing touch on this one. Definitely not the time to get sloppy with the ball.
There's a minute 17 left in the fourth. Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it. They began the play with active defense, and they finished the play with active offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. There's a good possession all the way around.
Pass to Dawkins. And here's Harris. 6 to shoot. Over Graham. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. Here's New Orleans now. Trailing by 10. Williamson. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
And how agile was Zion on that dunk.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Harris on the wing.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Out left to the wing. And he lobs it up top. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Graham for 3. From beyond the arc, and then some.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And that one drops.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that'll do it for this inaugural game of the NBA season. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our entire 2K crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching.